Hey guys, John from JohnMurrayHeadshots.com here. It's Tuesday. It's grayer than the worst grey porridge you've ever seen. It's like prison food out there. And everybody's talking about the same thing in Ireland. Lockdown number two. Everybody's saying lockdown number two. Stop using the term lockdown number two. It's stupid. It's just something that newspapers are using to sensationalize this whole thing. It's not lockdown. It wasn't lockdown the first time. It was restrictions. You were asked the first time round to stick within 2 kilometers of your house, if at all possible. This time it's within 5 kilometers of your house, if at all possible. So if you need to go outside of 5 kilometers to shop, you can do it. If you need to go outside of 5 kilometers to get medication to do it, go and do it. We're in a much better place this time around. People keep asking me why I'm so positive. Why I was so positive the first time round. Why I didn't psychologically shit the bed the first time round. Look, I have a studio around the corner from Grafton Street. It's expensive for rent. I paid the rent the whole way through it. And I will pay the rent the whole way through this. It is what it is. When I'm 90, looking back on this, I won't care. It's just something that happened. At the moment, why should I be living in the absolute depths of stress because there's something going on? Why should you be living in the depths of stress because there's something going on? We're in a much better place this time round with lockdown than we were the first time round. We're all wearing masks. We all understand what we need to do. We're walking around the place washing our hands. There are the element of society that were spreading the virus because they were having parties and they were doing all sorts of other stuff. So this time round, don't go to the off license. Well, you can't go to the off license and sit on the street drinking or have parties until God knows when. You can't because the weather's toxic out there, which is probably a godsend. Like, if we consider where we are now as opposed to the first set of restrictions back in March, we're in a much, much better place. Look, yes, I've lost an absolute fortune this year. An absolute fortune. I was supposed to be in the UK for a good portion of this year, shooting all the top people in diversity and inclusion around the world. That's gone. Will it happen next year? I don't know. Do I care? Yeah, a little bit, but sure, it is what it is. People laugh at me that I don't wear a watch and that I tell them I live on farmer time, and when stuff needs to be done, I do it. And I just kind of float along in my own little world. I'm like a leaf on a stream going down towards a river and the sea. Wherever I end up, I end up. When I'm 90 years of age, looking back on this, it's where I'll have been. All of this one of these days is just going to be a story. Like, if you were looking at the possibility of losing your house and you're looking at the possibility of this and the possibility of that, all you're doing is you're looking at the possibilities of the negatives. You need to reframe it. Completely reframe it. Your body is craving different things. Your body is craving being outdoors because that's where human evolution is. Caves were designed for us to sleep in at night, to protect us from the elements, the weather, and dangers. But you're not at your most vulnerable all day long when you wake up. You wake up in a cave. You get into a cave, which is basically a car or a bus or a Lewis or something. You go as far as your office and you stay in your office, which is another cave. And then when you're done in your cave, you get back into the other cave and you come back to your own cave. So you spend your whole life blocked into walls that were only designed originally to protect us when we're at our most vulnerable. But now they're the thing that's making us vulnerable. Your body is craving being outside. Go outside. Your body's craving water. Most of the time that you're going to be hungry over this lockdown, you're actually thirsty. I drink anywhere between 2.5 and 4 litres of water a day. You know, I was 120 kilos at one stage. I'm now down to about 95, 94 kilos because I've been drinking water. I've been exercising. You know, as much as I can over this lockdown or over these restrictions, I'm going to be on the estuary in Malahide paddling, kayaking, because it's outdoors. It's what my body is craving. That's the stuff that got me through the first time, and it's the stuff that can get you through the second time. Whatever it is, however shitty it is, reframe it. Your friends, your family don't have COVID. If they don't have COVID, if they do have COVID, hopefully they get through it. I have friends and family in hospital at the moment, and I can't go and see them, and I can't spend time with them, and God forbid something happens to them, we won't be able to go to the funeral. If you're in the same boat, we're all in the same boat. Everybody's in the same boat. But just be thankful for the stuff you have. Look at where you can make positive change and impact, and that's all you should be doing. And we'll get through it together.